The theme of this year's Connected Kenya Summit is the county citizens served. The reason why we chose this theme is that we felt that after the election, the new constitution has come into gear full throttle. And as members of the ICT fraternity and as a board, the feedback that we got from the market is that we should start to address how ICT can be a driver of helping us to settle down in this area. With respect to counties, a lot of counties want to know how to use ICT to deliver services, and the focus is not on the county, but the county citizen. So the county is a tool to enable the citizen who lives in that county to get the services that he requires from that county government. And some of those services might be central government services, some of them might be specific county services. And we see ICT as a big enabler of this. The reason why we decided to invite innovators to this year's summit is because we feel as a board, quite honestly, that we haven't done as much as we should to create a framework for innovators to do public service work. Our leadership and the country has called upon us to find ways to engage the youth. A lot of these youth are already predisposed towards innovation and they use ICT. And the good thing about ICT is that it's a tool that does not require you to necessarily have a lot of other resources in order to be able to provide a service that is reasonable. You can just be an innovator, you create a service and it becomes your income. So what we're going to be trying to explore this year is saying, how can a lot of the services that are required be enabled or be provided by people who innovate? They are people who live in those counties, they understand the county priorities. Maybe all we need is to provide guidance in terms of standards. So for example, if somebody wants to do billing, or somebody wants to do a system to support, say, parking, or to provide a system that provides, let's say, permits management or something, we should open up our minds and say, how can this be provided through an innovative approach, which is provided by the youth itself, rather than going the traditional procurement route. So we'll be very open-minded, and all we'll do as a board is provide a forum by saying, these are the government priorities. We'll have a lot of government leadership there. And then the private sector will be there as well. The large private sector will be there saying, this is the kind of tools that we normally use to provide services. Then we have the innovator saying, I see, but maybe we can provide this tool in a simpler way, or maybe provide this service in a simpler way at a lower cost. I see Connected Kenya going on for the next 5 years. It's a one time in a year when the government and the private sector and civil society can come together and just take stock. What are we doing? Where are we? It will always be aligned to the government priorities of the day. We take our cue from the leadership. How we come up with the theme is we listen to our political leaders, the president, his articulation, what is he saying, where does he seem to be emphasizing, what do you feel that he would like to achieve as expressed through the manifesto. For us, we would like the Connected Kenya Summit to be on the program and the calendar for the next year. It is a very, very useful forum. In fact, we want it to become a very big local and regional conference, because right now we're getting people from Uganda, Tanzania, Rwanda telling us we would like to participate in your conference. We want to learn from you as a region. Some things are interregional. They're cross-cutting. How can, for example, ICT be used to help the discussion around monetary policy? How can ICT be used to enhance regional trade? How can ICT be used to enhance regional diplomacy? How can ICT be used to enhance regional agricultural flows? There are so many discussions that are emerging right now. So we feel that this will be the future, some of the future themes for Connected.